Abracadabra, my glitchy, spickly, scrumptious, and delicious Cancer. Welcome to Love Tarot Reading. Today we are doing the classic you versus them. We're going to see what is going on between you and your person, my baby, my boo-boo. Whatever that means to you, situationship, relationship, bumblebee, marriage. So let's see what's going on for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and Mars in July 2025. How are you doing, baby? Are you excited for the summer? I understand that the lighting is not the best right now, but it's the middle of the night, so we got to keep it quiet and we got to keep it a little grainy. Oh my gosh, but let me know how you're doing, baby. Let me know in the comments below. I missed you again. I'm sorry I've been on hiatus a little bit, but mommy's back because I always come back. Boo-boo. So let's see. For you and your person, we always assume some kind of a rift or separation between you and your baby in the you versus them. Boo. Oh, okay. I mean, listen, you know how it goes. Welcome to the 21st century. The Ace of Swords. This is somebody who's always been real combative with you. And I think it's somebody who, Cancer is so scrumptious. You're my darling little boo-boos. As you know, I am a Scorpio. I am your number one fan. There's just something about the person that you're dealing with that is a little bit unforgiving, a little bit harsh, a little bit, saying stuff they shouldn't be saying type thing. But that Ace of Swords could be somebody who even prides themselves on that. They pride themselves on being analytical. They pride themselves on being, like harsh of word or harsh of thought. Very critical. But it's almost like a matter of pride. They're trying to win this situation with you. I don't know, but the Five of Swords, they're trying to win something. It's like a win. It's like, who cares less? Who's going to show who? Who to whom to whom? Who's the bigger owl? No, but it's ridiculous. The Five of Swords, but it's not even like in a nasty way. It's kind of ridiculous. I think you saw through them. This is somebody who's playing games, and they're currently kind of leaving you in a situation where you feel the harshness of the words, and you feel like, the criticism. It sounds like the last exchange of communication that happened between the two of you was so unscrumptious, but you were like, you could have been shocked, even though this person is capable of being uber critical or uber weird. You're like, well, even for you, that's a lot. And you're kind of moving away from this with the Two of Wands, and this person can't see you as someone who's moving, you turned their back to this. So it's like you didn't engage in that last conversation, be it in person or online. It was like you're turning your back to that. You're like, I don't want to listen to this. This is beneath me and beneath you as well, but Bill. How can you say stuff like that? It's almost like this person got triggered and they try to strike you in the most vulnerable spot, something that you could have shared with them in confidence and secret, and you trusted them that they would honor it, but now you're like, no. And your mind's on fire here. That person, the Two of Wands, I love this, hat on fire. It's a red hat. This person is all about action, and you're like, you know what, there's better things than this. As much as I love you, or if it's a new connection, as much as I'm into you, I can do better than that. And they're sensing it. They're hoping that you're gonna it's almost like this person could have been raised or socialized through their work environment into thinking might makes right, and they're incredibly aggressive. So this is someone who's always going to rule with that, with fear, or they're going to be like, I don't, it's that thing about, who was it? Supposedly Caligula, the crazy Roman emperor. He was like, I don't care if they love me as long as they fear me, because that's how you keep power and control. And this is how this person sees relationships, or love, or whatever you got going on. So let's see what happened in the past to make the situation so. Also, Cancer, welcome to Blue Angel Love Tarot. I love you. I see you. I appreciate you, baby. Give your mommy a kiss. I love you so much. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you're interested in a personal reading, All the info is in the description box below. So let's see. Yeah, in the past. But it's almost like this person love bombed you. If it was a new... but it's like straight out of a... Oh, this is weird. Yeah. But I mean, us water signs, especially us gravity crustaceans, the Scorpios and the Cancers, we find them. I mean, they find us. Like, I don't know, they jump out of the bushes and find them in the woods, like mushrooms or something. I don't know. It's just like it's because we have so much healing energy. But you've got the Lovers here on your person's part in the past. So this is someone who could have just come in and love bombed you, and your intuition is so strong, Bill, but you wanted to, it's not even that you wanted to believe it. You're like, I can't keep on not believing in love. So if it was a bimbo, himbo, anyone in between you met on Tinder on a Tuesday, they were so convincing in their love. You could be dealing with someone who has a lot of Gemini placements, not necessarily so. Geminis are lovely. But yeah, it's someone who turned out to be two-faced, and the love had there was like something more to the love. And they did switch up on you pretty quick. It was like love bomb, like this person knew what to say. And it's almost like they had to learn it with that Ace of Swords. They had to learn how to be romantic and scrumptious from a book or from a tutorial, like they took a course on like how to get the booze. Because it's just not innate to them. There's a coldness. It's a cold fish. Cold little fish. So it, I think in their mind it was like an analytical or like it's like research purposes kind of thing. It's that's the vibe I'm getting. Could be even veering into the dark triad or someone who seems like a psychopath. But yeah, the Lovers here is telling me this person showed you one face, and that could be it could be. People always say, well, the bad face people show you, that's the true face. But it may be that this person is so like wrapped up in their own suffering that they figured like maybe my true face, like they figured that with you, Cancer, they were safe enough and feeling scrumptious enough and cozy enough to be able to share the vulnerability and be all about love. But it kind of comes across as a bit of a love bomb. They were trying to learn how to speak the words of love. They come from an environment where they just didn't know what love truly is, how it's supposed to feel, and you made them feel that, and they could have overshared, and then they showed you the other face, like the mask they put on probably as a child, if they had some kind of unscrumptious experiences as a child, or guardians who didn't show them how to love. They kind of reverted back to that, and there was a lot of illusion here. The Seven of Chalices. I don't think this person isn't lying to you. So I don't think you're dealing with someone who was like dealing with somebody else or they were secretly married. It's not that. But they were lying to you about the core of their soul, who they truly are. And maybe in some cases, let me pull one more card on this. Maybe in some cases, this person was double timing, but it's the lie and the illusion is more about like what they can offer and what they can represent. Yeah, the Chariot. It's someone who's very avoidant, someone who's always trying to walk away. They're fighting themselves. Look, so many dualities, and that's your energy, Cancer. Not in the duality, but in the Chariot and the magic of the Chariot. This person is very in their duality. You feel like they could be Jekyll and Hyde, and you fear that this person love bombed you and then left you with that illusion shattered, saying something nasty or cutting you off like short, something, they said or did something that was so cutting and so insensitive. And it's almost like the angels, they're saying, but maybe. And I think that's how you thought of it. And maybe now you're regretting it a little bit, but don't. Maybe that person showed you their true face, which was the good face. And they just never got an opportunity to get it out. And now you became like, you might feel like you're collateral to that energy. Because that person has had to like pretend to be, mean and bad and mean. And, the meaner I am, the better it is. Silly, but I mean that's how people go sometimes. And yeah, this person just changed, and you felt the change. There's a lot of ups and downs. If it was an established connection, it's exactly the same thing, but it's something that's been happening for such a long time. You couldn't figure it out. Like, I think you were veering between like trying to understand, like, is this, the Wheel of Fortune, this person like giving me those big highs, low lows, and it felt so toxic. But you could tell that they're trying to be like, the good side is trying to come out, but there's a strong duality to this person. They have an inner struggle. They couldn't keep up with the inner struggle, and you got tired. You got tired of the ups and downs. Oh, but Bill. But it's kind of, I think this person sees you as the person for them. They just don't know how, they quite legitimately may not know how to love, unfortunately. I hate to say that. And their intentions, they're still trying to punish you. See, that's the thing. They haven't learned anything. This person knows that they're losing you. They haven't lost you yet completely, or maybe that there could have been like a lot of breakups and makeups, and this person is like, oh no, it'll be fine, we'll get back together. But I think this person's understanding that they're losing you, and they will be coming back around, by the way. All right, the world, they will be coming back around in the next month, by the closing of something, by the closing of the season, by the closing of July. I'm recording this on the night of the 1st into the 2nd of July, Cyprus time. So, however that translates to you, but, whenever this video finds you, it's for you. But yeah, the world is someone coming back around, but at the closing of a cycle, by the end of the summer, by the end of Leo season, they're going to try and be nicer. They could play the victim a little bit, though, and they know that they hurt you a lot, the 9 of Swords, but they're going to still try and play the victim. So it's up to you, but Bill, let's get some advice. But I'm already feeling like, and you don't need the tarot for that, but if this person wants to fight for you and get you back, they're going to have to get help, which they're not getting. They feel, it's almost like they feel intuitively like you're their soul doctor, you're their, scrumptiousness. But look, the 4 of Cups is someone rejecting the help of an angel. So they want it, they're scared of it, they need to get over that. They need to make a decision, be all in or be bye. Be bye. And that's Cancer, Scorpio energy too. People often think Cancer is like, oh, Cancer is so loving and everything. But Bill, it's a grabbing station, you know what I mean? Like, are you in, are you out? So you share that with the fixed signs, with Scorpio, Leo, Aquarius, and Taurus. You're very, particularly when it comes to feelings, like you want to know that someone's really in and someone's genuine, and this person is, they're so illiterate emotionally. This is the main concern. They're still rejecting that. The literacy that you bring into their life, even though they crave you, and that's why they fell in love with you, because they feel that love, they feel that depth, and they're almost addicted to it, but they don't know what to do with it. So it's up to you what you want to do, but just keep in mind that this person needs to start accepting the spiritual scrumptiousness that you exude. They need to learn how to handle the light, because they're just going to be dimming your path otherwise. And then what we do? Then we delete from database. We don't want to do it, but sometimes you just gotta. Let me know in the comments below. This is your story, my boo-boo. Thanks for watching. I love you, my babies. Stay sparkly, stay gorgeous, stay moisturized, and maybe angels protection.